Good afternoon, this is Nicholas from Andor Gaming, and today I bring you guys my Gold Pride Punk Goblin Biker Materiactor deck profile 2024 post the brand new Materiactor support that comes out in January for us TCG players. This is a brand new rank 3 strategy building on a very old archetype that came back out in like 2020. The Materiactors are a rank 3 strategy that's based around a counter trap and a new XYZ in the form of Materiact X-Guard. This is a really competent and strong engine that not only Gold Pride Punk Goblin Bikers will be abusing in the future, but any rank 3 strategy that doesn't lock you into anything. So basically any rank 3 strategy besides Phantom Knights or Burning Abyss, they will be playing these cards because these cards are absolutely phenomenal and are absolutely insane going forward as a rank 3 strategy. All these cards are generic. All these cards are very strong. It allows punks to have access to a counter trap, which is absolutely crazy and absolutely incredible. And I can't believe that this deck only gets better as sets keep going, and it's still a sleeper. The fact that this deck has not caught on is absolutely crazy to me. And yeah, this deck's absolutely amazing. So let's get into it. So first thing first, the Punk, Gold Pride, and Goblin Biker ratios have not changed ratios whatsoever. Everything is the same. The same Punk lineup of 3 Ogredans, 3 Foxy Toon, 3 Zeoman, 3 Mercy Teleports, 1 copies each of Deer Note, Wagon, Madam Spider, and Share Kusai. Of course, we have our field spell, Extreme Jam Sessions, and Dangerous Gabu for our trap. And that makes up the Punk lineup of cards. We also have Wheeler and Tracker as honorary punks because they are all searchable off Jam Dragon Drive. Not to mention, they're just level 3 psychic extenders that are everything in name but punk, so they're just really good. The Gold Pride ratios have not changed at all either. We're still playing the 1 copy of Nitro Head and 1 copy of Rollerballer. They come up all the time and are really great end board pieces to not only threaten your opponent with a quick fuse, or just like give your opponent a token if you're going against a deck like Kashtira, going against a deck like Melodious. You go against a deck that's like main decking Lightning Storms or Evenly Matches. The Kashtiras are crippled. It's just a really solid card. And of course, 3 Leon and 3 Carry because they're all level 3 extenders that are also a tuner and a non-tuner, allowing you to play into board. The Goblin Biker ratios have not changed. As much as I wanted to play the brand new Goblin Biker cards, like the new Goblin Biker spell and the brand new Goblin Biker level 6 monster, personally, I feel like for pure Goblin Biker, it's much stronger. But for just Gold Pride Punk Goblin Biker, which is my deck, you only need the 3 still. Like, there's arguments to be playing more Goblin Biker monsters, but none of them are 1-card starters unless you're playing pure and you want to waste your normal summon on a Goblin Biker. But all these cards are just a solid engine to play out through the deck, and they're just all absolutely insane. The more I play with Me Merciless, the more I realize she's the best main deck Goblin Biker. She's just absolutely insane, just an incredible card. Of course, it's still playing the Terratop engine with the 3 Speedroid Terratop, and of course the 1 Takatomborg, which could also be summoned off Leon. If you just have a Leon in hand and you just control Wind, this is just a free special summon. The same thing goes for Gossip Shadow as well. Of course, for the brand new engine, let's talk about Materiactor. So this is a new rank 3 strategy based around water and fire dark dragons. It's really cool. Basically, this is a level 3 extender, the one I'm showing you right here, Expart. Basically allows you to discard any card from your hand, then search out a normal monster. Then, if you search out the normal monster, you spell summon this guy for free in defense position. He's also a honest for rank 3s. He just gives 1500 attack to any rank 3 during the battle phase, which is kind of crazy, especially you go damage step, and now you can just honest them with this X part, which is pretty funny, especially when you're trying to kill cards that are not the strongest, like Virtue Levitier Dragon or Gaganga. It's just very funny. Now we also have the new Materiactor Zeptowing. Zeptowing is absolutely insane. The fact this card can spell summon itself if you control a Materiactor card on field is absolutely incredible. Also, the fact that on normal summon or special or even flip face up, this card allows you to add any Materiactor card from deck to hand. And if you have a normal monster in your graveyard, reborns it, which is absolutely insane. Or just adds a hand, gives you the option. And yeah, the old Gigaran, which is pretty solid. You summon it off your combo sometimes. basically allows you to discard a card, then spell summon out a level 3 normal monster from deck, which is pretty solid. It's like a little cool tour guide effect. But the real part that matters is that if you discard a normal monster, you can actually spell summon out any Materiactor monster from deck. So the idea here is that you can use the new rank 3. Rank 3 spell summon out Gigarad. Gigarad discard a vanilla monster, which in this case would be World Chalice right here. Then this card will special summon out Zactowing. Zactowing will then search out your counter trap and reborn back the discarded normal monster, which is pretty solid. Out of the three, it's the strongest and weakest at the same time. This one is the best and worst of the bunch, and then this is the most cracked card, which is kind of funny. And the reason why we're playing this engine is not only because it's new rank 3s, but the XYZ is another interruption we end on. It's a quick effect bounce on your opponent's cards, which is pretty insane. And we also have, of course, Materiactor Critical. This is a new counter trap. Basically, this says detach a material from an XYZ, add it to hand, and then basically it negates a monster, spell, or trap. It's very, very strong and very powerful. All these cards are absolutely amazing. We're also playing an Assault Synchron package that will allow us to make Gen X return 0. This is kind of like the pseudo boss monster of the deck. If you can make him, you always win. Basically, this is a negate for every attribute once per turn. Not once per chain, by the way. So if they like to start chaining monsters to each other, you can just keep negating them, which is pretty awesome. You do have to be careful of a couple chain blocks, but other than that, you're actually pretty set with this card. This card is absolutely amazing, and it's a little hard to make. That's why we're playing the Assault Synchron package. You could, if you don't like it, take it out and put in either a Dragite, a Berserk Tangy, or just Star Leon back into the deck. All these cards are credible options and just help you play into boards a lot better. I really wish I could fit Star Leon the most out of these guys, just because for so long he's just been a staple card in the deck, and he's not bad whatsoever. It's just there's no space for just a quick effect pop that requires you to have less life points than your opponent when there's so many better cards in the game. So that's the only reason why we're not playing Star Leon, but in my heart of hearts we probably should. So if you want, you can take out the Gen X guy if you think it's not consistent enough and just play out Star Leon instead. But everything else is absolutely insane. The Pinballer absorbs monsters. The Rising Carp special summons 2 from deck. End Punishers are towers in the deck, which is absolutely insane. Not to mention he's also our Axis code because he just punches really hard and wins duels. We also have Amazing Dragon, which just compulses everything back to hand, spells, traps, and monsters. Absolutely critical card. I already explained Gen X Return 0. This is just a free negate for every attribute, which is pretty insane. Jam Dragon Drive is basically our God's Grace. This card is one of the best cards in the game, and it's slept on, allowing you to add any level 3 psychic directly from deck. Then it can reborn itself from grave when your opponent activates a card in response to a punk. And then it just triggers its effect to search again. Really great card. Then, of course, Utopic Draco Future. It's just a free XYZ Snatch Steal negate, which is absolutely insane. Not to mention, it can be destroyed by battle or card effects while on field. And it helps you clear space for your XYZs, because currently we're actually playing 5 level 1 XYZs. 1 Gossip Shadow, the 1 Gaganga, the 1 Chariot Carry, the brand new X Guard, and of course Levitator Dragon. All these cards are really, really good, but you do need to use some of them as XYZ material, and you need to clear space to make the other XYZs. So overall, these engines are absolutely insane, and Utopic Draco Future kind of brings it all together as a really, really powerful boss monster for your opponent to deal with. Of course, Levitator searches out your Sword Soul Blackout in the deck. His card is absolutely insane. Destroy a fish, not fish, a fish, sea serpent, or aqua, and then just pop 2 cards. Absolutely insane. Also gives a water monster protection from destruction, which is really good. Start your engines, blows up a card, then summons one from deck. And then, of course, Dangerous Goblin is imperm, which is absolutely insane. We have exactly 59 cards that are engine pieces. Our one only non-engine card we're playing is the 1 Chicken Game and the 1 Call By. I guess it's 2 non-engine cards, but everything else is either an extender or just a piece of a combo line. Let's actually show you a duel real quick, just because this deck is just that amazing. Let's go into replays, if I can just find it real quick. And then I'll just show you a couple of replays. This deck can do a lot, so let's just show you. So I'm going to pause it right here. This hand is incredible. 1, Ogre Dance is full punk combo with any discard. 2, We have Better Luck Next Time plus X-Spark. So just these two are level 3 extenders, allowing us to keep going, even if they stop our punk line. Not to mention, because we have X-Spark in hand, when we discard it, search out Vanilla, and we get access to our Materiactor line, as long as we have enough space on our field, we can actually summon out 3 dudes off our XYZ Materiactor, which is pretty incredible. And then finally, our last card in hand is Small World, which can help us bridge into cards. Let's say our opponent ashes our Ogre, and we really want to go into the Punk's turn. We can Small World, banish either Boom Mech or the X-Spark, search out a Isane, and just keep on going from there. And then the list goes on. This is a pretty fun deck. So we're just going to go straight. I'm not playing because my opponent has hand traps. I'm just not doing it. I'm just going to go full combo and just show you what his deck can do. We're just going for the Punk lineup. We're going to pitch, summon. Share Kusai is going to fusion into Rising Carp. Rising Carp will attribute itself. Summon, of course, Wagon and Deer Note. Wagon to search the field spell so we can draw 2 this turn. We'll sync with the Grand Dragon Drive, search out the lovely Madam Spider, bring back the Kusai off Deer Note, and then we're going to draw 1. We're drawing into the other Materiactor, which is fine. It just means I won't be going full. I will go full Materiactor combo, but I won't go Special Summon Zapdos from deck, then Reborn of Vanilla. I'm just going to use it as like level 3 material, which is still fine. It's still going to search as our counter trap at the end of this combo. So here comes the carry. You also made turn 0 to negate any hand traps going forward. Here comes the lovely Gold Pride or Goblin Biker engine. Just doing what it does. It's absolutely insane. All this material here. Here comes the Fortress to search up another rank up so that we can have this card material from X-Spark. And then we're just still going. Here comes Cherry Carry, full scrabbling a lovely roller baller from Grave. And then we'll just keep going. This interaction, I'm going to pause it real quick, is absolutely insane. If you didn't realize, we use the effect of Grand Entrance to detach the Doug and then add back the Doug back to hand. And we detach the Mean Merciless so that when we reborn from Grave, it re-brought back the Doug from hand, allowing us to make a free rank 3 off that summon, which is absolutely kind of insane. So just the Ganga by himself equals like 3 to 4 rank 3s, which is absolutely insane. Now we're going to keep playing. Here comes the Virtue Strength, so now we have 4 to traps. Here comes our lovely extenders into Gotham Shadow into Double Draco. And then we have exactly 2 level 3s to go into the brand new XYZ. So here comes the search for the counter trap. We're going to set 4, make this guy, and pass here. I'm going to pause it right here. So this is just me fucking around with the cards because the whole combo while I was doing it, this fucker was just like saying, hey, please use me, please use me, please use me. And then I realized it's not once per turn to negate it. So since I didn't negate, it doesn't actually, it just keeps doing it. So whatever, I just let it resolve, whatever. But that does not matter. This board that I end on is incredibly stupid. There is a 5 negates at maximum or just 1 negate at all. Arms of Gen X return 0 because of every attribute but Divine in our graveyard. This card is basically 5 negates. If you go get the deck like Ritual Beast and they have 5 different monsters in their deck that are all different attributes, I will negate every single one of them. This card is absolutely insane and really incredible. We also have the Dark Knight Lancer, who's a quick effect for Relinquish because we have the Full Armor XYZ trap in Grave, allowing us to banish it, then equip him with an XYZ from Grave or Field to snatch, steal an opponent's monster and put it as material for him. We also have a negate off the Gotham Shadow, which can detach to material to change the effect of a monster effect that we both draw 1. So that's a monster negate. That's a monster negate. Here's another monster negate of Utopic Draco Future because this can just detach material, negate, and steal a monster, which is absolutely insane. We also have the new X card. This is double negates, double interruptions. Here's not negates. This card on normal or special summon of a monster your opponent does can add a material from its material back to hand in order to bounce a card. And also we have the counter trap set. The counter trap can detach another material from this card in order to negate anything, which is absolutely insane. The only thing this does not stop is other spell speed 4 things, like for example, Lovey Super Poly. This cannot negate because Super Poly cannot be negated. Well, it can, but just not by this card. But it's still a really, really great card, negating things like Evenly Match, Dark Ruler no more, Forbidden Droplet, or whatever pesky branded fusion your opponent's trying to do. We also have the Cubby Dangerous Gabu. This is just imperm for the deck. So we have 1 negate for monsters, 2 negates for monsters, 3 negate for monsters, and then like 5 negates here for monsters, depending on what matchup you're going against. So worst comes to worst, you have 4 monster negates just on field, which is absolutely insane. The Gold Prize Starter Engine will pop a monster on their summon and supposed to summon out a Leon from deck. So the thing that's most complicated about Gold Prize Punk, Goblin Biker, Material Actors is that not only do you need to keep your like you gotta go through the motions of each XYZ, so you gotta keep track of which effects you use in order to keep climbing into the rank 3s, but you also gotta keep control of the zones of where you summon out monsters, and you also gotta keep track of which interruption you use on your turn when you're going against your opponent, because you need to clear your own board to keep interrupting your opponent. And what I mean by that is, for example, we have start your engines in our graveyard, well, not our graveyard, in our back row, but we also have the full armor XYZ. So the idea is that we want to use the Gossip Shadow first to negate something. We want to use the Imperm Trap to get a spell trap on the field to negate something. Then we want to use the trap card in our graveyard to XYZ equip a monster. Then we want to activate Virtue Stream to then pop 2 cards, but also protect our guy because he's equipped, it will destroy the equipped card instead. We also want to use Start Your Engines last because we want to have enough zones on field in order to pop a monster and summon out Leon and Roller Baller from graveyard. So you just got to keep track of when you use which interruption. And sometimes your opponent's going to force an interruption out. You just got to make sure you do it in the right sequence, because if you do it in the wrong way, they can kind of counteract each other. So you just got to keep track of that. But this is a stupid end board. Like I said, there's like let's pretend it only negates one thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is 10 interruptions by itself. 10 interruptions for your opponent's 6-card hand. And don't forget, this is a multi-interruption if your opponent starts activating different attributes. So they better be fucking mono salamangreats, and they're all fire types, because if not, this thing's just going to keep negating everything they do, which is absolutely stupid. And the fact that we have a counter trap that protects it, and we have a whole bunch of monster negation, is just icing on the top. This deck is super fun. The only thing this end board is missing is Nitro Head. If we had Nitro Head giving our opponent a token so they can't like even force out a Lightning Storm negate because they just can't activate Lightning Storm, would be absolutely like cream of the crop, best board ever. Break it, I dare you. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed. I'm really happy with this list. Don't do anything stupid. See you on the next one, and bye-bye.